Hello everyone, welcome back to the Bumface Gaming and Other Stuff channel. Today I will be showing you how to work with the world builder down here in Civilization 6, Sid Meier's Civilization 6. How to create your own map. Your imagination is almost the limit. Also, I've got another big piece of news. Yes, that big piece of news is I have a Discord for this YouTube channel. I'll be putting the link in the description. I know it's probably a bit too early to have a Discord, but I gotta start somewhere. So I made the Discord. We can share ideas, share games you'd like to see on this channel, build a community on Discord, and yeah, we can have fun. So link in the description for Discord, the Discord server, and enjoy the video. So we're gonna go new map. I think for this tutorial I'm going to put us on an empty map. So continents off, we're gonna put it on empty map. We're gonna put it to tiny map. The advanced setup doesn't matter, and the rule set doesn't matter. That's only for when you play the game. Yeah, so just wait for it to generate. It takes a while, but not for you guys, because I edit stuff. Yay! Okay, so now that you're in your world builder, it'll automatically put you in this one, the terrain hotkey. So you can just start building your world like this if you want, just placing and placing. I'll get to the reason why the water around the island is a different shade to the water around there. I'll get to that later. So the basic thing you need to realize about this is these flat parts are mostly for farms and some animals like horses, such as marble or stone or diamonds can only be found on different kinds of hilled terrain. Oh, and a quick tip, if you want to change the way certain hills look, if you don't want it to look like that, you click on it again until it changes to what you like. So just click until you change it to what you like. And I think it goes the same for mountains. Yes, same for mountains. Just change it to what you like. Okay, then there's features. Some of these features, features spawn on their own respective place. So floodplains, I'd assume is next to a river. I'll get to rivers later, and then I'll show you the floodplains. Ice, you can put anywhere in the map, except on the land. What the ice does is it makes it like a piece of land that's impassable. You can't climb it, you can't send your men to go build a house on it, you have to go around it. So if you want to build a pathway or make your map interesting by forcing people to go a certain route, use ice, because they have to move around the ice instead of going over the ice or normal terrain like you can with literally every other tile if you research the shipbuilding. What's this? Marsh. Each different tile has its own production. You can build farms and stuff like that. Yeah, there we go. Oasis. There we go. And rainforest. In the early stages of the game, you remove the forests and trees and you get a bonus production. I'll do another video if you don't understand what production is. I'll do a video on that another time, on the actual gameplay of one of these maps. But production, long story short, boosts the creation of troops, units, or buildings. Later on in the game, later stages, you can turn this into like a production place where they plant the trees and chop them down, and you constantly get a source of production as well as wood. So then we're gonna put the woods, my favorite kind of forest in this game, the woods. There we go. And then we can get to... I'll deal with most of the wonders once we have more space on this map, because at the moment I can only make stuff like Mount Everest. The continents are not important unless you're doing a true start game, I don't think. But if you really want to, because it is quite interesting to discover a new continent, you just go boom, 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 boom. Okay, for some reason it doesn't want to count as Africa. Probably because it's already Africa. Australia. There we go. So now that segment is Australia. You step on it and you're like, wow, my people found Australia. You have yourself a continent map, your different continents. You can do it with as many as you'd like. Okay, let's go back to the terrain, because this is a small map, but if you can see on the mini-map, it's not filling up enough space. You don't have to fill up all the space, but just note, if you put it on a huge map and you build a small little island, it's gonna get cramped once you play it. So if you want to be quick about placing your island or continent, these brushes, so I was working with a small brush earlier, and then you can have the medium brush just to go boom, 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 boom. Done. And then just go like that, and you want, okay, cool, so the large brush, boom. And then small brush for the tiny details. Understand? So yeah, that's for if you want to get really creative, or if you just want to rush through a quick continent or get the basic shape of a continent, then you use the larger brushes and stuff like that. So I think for this map I'm gonna make the theme Antarctica, but Antarctica won't be ice. It's going to be sand. Okay, so the different kinds of waters, you have this one, the ocean. Which makes it impossible until they build proper ships. They properly research shipbuilding and further their research to get further into the sea, the ocean, this dark blue. The lighter blue in the ocean is coastal, so they can easily send their boats through there. So if you want a certain island to be cordoned off until they research shipbuilding, you do what I'm currently doing now. You make all the coastal stuff, all the coastal tiles close to there, so that they have to be able to build proper ships before they can come to this island, this bottom one down here. And the problem is with some of these is if you put an ocean tile there, it's going to turn the surrounding ones into coastal, so you can't have a suddenly deep ocean. It will remove land tiles until it's a proper ocean. This scatter resources thing, if you don't want to do all the resources yourself manually one by one because you have to do it in small brush, you press scatter resources. It takes away all the current resources on the map and randomly generates a whole bunch of resources in the map. So if you don't know what resource goes where and you don't want to play with that yet, you just want to get your map done as soon as possible, use scatter resources. You can then learn where certain resources where certain resources are found and placed and how certain things work. So how rivers work is you click on the side of a tile and that becomes a river. There's no way that you can randomly generate this, unfortunately, not yet. And it has to be connected to water, and marsh doesn't count. There we go. So if you want a quick and easy way to do a river, you just make a hole in the ground by placing water there. Also, if you want a little segment to look like it's an island separate from the rest of the continent, but it's not an island, you just build a river all the way around and it looks like it's been separated from the rest of the map. Also, this is not how the game's gonna look once you're playing it, because this is the strategy view. Once you're playing it, there's going to be animations for everything and it's going to look a lot better than this. There's something to take note of: the hills and the rivers and the forests and trees. This makes it much more difficult, or takes much more movement turns to be able to move your character. So if you take a warrior and you want to move him this distance, or a ranger should be able to, a scout should be able to go that distance on normal flat terrain like that. But because of this hill, it'll probably make it to here, and because of these trees, it'll probably only make it to here, and because of these trees, it'll probably only make it to here, and then it'll take a lot longer. So if you want your game to have like a cool resource spot, and you want it to be difficult to get there, use lots of trees and hills and rivers, because they take a much longer time to cross. Cliffs, if you want a flat tile to have cliffs, it works basically just like the rivers. Ignore the green tile because that's not your placing. You go to that side of the cliff, you want that side of the cliff, you want that side of the cliff. If you just want the one side to be a cliff, you click just on that one side. So not just hills that are making cliffs, you can also make it so that boom boom, now the completely flat ground has a cliff, or two cliffs, or four cliffs, or whatever. Point is, you can give anything cliffs. There we go, see? And the different brushes don't work here either. Tribal villages. This is really fun because in game, if you find a village, you move a character or unit onto it and you claim either A, money, B, a unit like a scout or a warrior, or whatever, depending on where you are in your progression or tech tree, or you can get a bonus boost to whatever you're researching. So if you want to have a little continent with a big reward, you have that awesome resource in the middle surrounded by tribal villages, so that it makes the resource even more worth fighting for if you want to make like a big try and reach this goal quickest. For me, I'll just put them randomly across the map. So the first person to get here is going to be absolutely rich, or very far developed, or gonna have an entire army. Or if you just spawn here, you're going to be the luckiest man on the planet. Quite literally. There we go. This is not recommended for every single game, but if you want to have like a big reward, then add this. Or if you want your game to move really fast, then cover your entire map with these, because it'll give you tons and tons of rewards if you have this many, and it should be able to boost you very far into the game. But yet again, I'm saying this is not how the normal game works. The normal game has like 1 or 2 per continent, so yeah, even this is a bit too much. But yeah, this is your map. You can be as creative or uncreative as you want. So something to note, these resources with the yellow background or brown background, they spawn anytime. That one counts as well. These ones with the red background to them, like this niter, it means that it's only showing up on your map after you've researched it. So until you research it, there's gonna be no niter on your map. Ah, there we go. So see, this is the cliffs of Dover, and then you just move around to cliff area, and then you just boom, there we go, we have the cliffs of Dover. See, done. So Crater Lake, there you have it, folks. It's on plain. For some reason the elephant's still there, but that's the Dead Sea. It spawns on the desert. The Galapagos Islands. Galapagos Islands. There we go. Boom. There's the Great Barrier Reef. So now Mount Everest is going to be there. Boom. Takes up 3 mountains. Boom. Mod name. What is this map's name? This mod. The name is, what are we gonna call it? Bumface Planet? Bumface Tutorial World. Boom. And then the mod name is what you call the mod. The map name can be completely different. So like, we can call this Desertopia, I guess, because you have to hunt for the desert. And then you can describe what you need to do in the desert. So you can just boom, boom, boom. And if you need more text space over here, to the map description, be the first to find Desertopia. Ta-da! And then you go here and you say lots of lots of treasure awaits you. Boom. And then you go here to the bring up menu, you save the map, YouTube, other recording, map. No, that's too long. Desertopia. Save map. Once it's saved, you can go and start a game, all by yourself or with your friends. Thank you guys so much for watching my World Builder tutorial video. I will see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. I want to keep this channel growing. See you guys in the next video. Also, please let me know if you want any more tutorials on this game or any other game. I will see what I can do.
See you next time. Bye bye.